What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here bringing you some more Series 9 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. Today, for the last time, we're using Resu's team, which made it all the way to 5th place in the December ladder. The main reason for using this team one more time is because of the fact that I never really got a chance to show off Spectrier. I felt like we just kind of always left it in the back, and I'm hoping by playing one more time with this team that we can really get the chance. So this first team from my opponent is Garchomp with Urshifu, Charizard, Arcanine, Regieleki, and Grimmsnarl. So I think, I like Incin is tempting, but I don't really see it doing much. I don't actually know if I want to bring. Incin is tempting because of the fact that they have Charizard and Arcanine. I like Landorus lead. I like Lando Incin with Togekiss and Urshifu, right? I think this makes the most sense in terms of a lead with the idea that we can max Lando, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, we're not bringing Spectrier into game one, but I think this combo probably makes sense as the best four, and we do still have other games. So like I said, if worst comes to worst, I might just bring the Spectrier to bring it. As always, you can find the rental code for this team in the description below. Okay, so they're going to lead with Regieleki and Charizard. So what is stopping a max Rockfall and Fake Out? I'm trying to think. What could they do? They could. They can't max. They don't have a Steel Spike, so I think honestly, yeah, I don't see anything stopping a Rockfall with a Fake Out. What is the fear? Well, Regieleki. The fear is if Regieleki maxes and goes for Hyper Beam. I still think this is the better play. Obviously, the Regieleki. Okay, so yep, they're gonna withdraw. The fear though is they're gonna have Garchomp, and the fact that we're giving up a speed boost hurts. So they're gonna max. They're gonna max the Charizard, which is gonna let them get off the Wildfire into Landorus. Which I mean, it is gonna hurt, but I think this is why having Incineroar is so good. It means that I can really just soak up these special hits. So, I mean, yeah, there's no way they don't go for Wildfire, right? Because what they can go for an Airstream to get Grimmsnarl faster. Maybe but what would that even accomplish? Let's see. They're going to. Well, first we're going to get the Fake Out onto Grimmsnarl. Every little bit of chip matters. They're going to Quake. Interesting. They're going to Quake into Incin, which is going to take that really well. And now this Rockfall should be able to pick up the knockout. I don't. Are they worried about Incin that much? They have to be worried about Incin that much, right? I couldn't think of any reason why you would Quake it. So, yep, we're going to connect with the Rockfall. We're going to take out their max. What could they have that means they don't need to worry about Incin? I mean, they don't need to worry about Lando. We know they have Regieleki. And now the question is, what is their last? Because now what I'm thinking is, and okay, so leftovers on the Grimmsnarl too, which means it's not eject button. So it's not like they're trying to set up ejecting out Landorus. So they're gonna bring back the Regieleki. I'm gonna make actually a pretty risky switch. Do I need to? I don't even need to. I can Max Quake here and then go for a taunt onto the Grimmsnarl. And then what that'll let me do is, let's see, they're gonna Fake Out onto Incin. Then Regieleki's going to Thunderbolt into it. They're really worried about this Incineroar for some reason. And I can't really figure out why. Let's see what their last is. I mean, their last could be Garchomp, which is probably the only thing. That's the only thing that would make sense. But I don't see. Nothing on their team should be able to KO Landorus at this point. So even then, what I can do is I can just go for a Protect with Togekiss because they can't max, and then max Airstream with Landorus, and that should let me really safely take out whatever they have in the back. Oh, and it's Urshifu. Okay. So I still think the play is to protect oh, I can't even protect Togekiss because of Urshifu. But max Airstream into the Urshifu and go for a Dazzling Gleam onto both of them. They definitely have to. Oh, they're just going to cancel. I was going to say they do have to target into the Togekiss. So, yeah, I can't really think of why the focus was so strongly on the Incineroar, because, I mean, yeah, they got a special defense boost, but both of my threats were physical. Interesting. Let's see their team. I am curious. So they have an Assault Vest Garchomp with Crunch, Rock Slide, Earthquake, Outrage. Okay, that makes sense. Focus Sash or Shifu with Iron Head. Interesting. Over Protect. They also have max Special Defense, which is not something you see every day. So yeah, their Shifu's fairly slow. Weakness Policy on the Charizard with Special Attack and Speed and Blaze, not Solar Power. I mean, it makes sense they don't have anything to do that. Weird set. Flamethrower, Focus Blast, you don't see every day. What else? They have Life Orb on Arcanine. Once again, well, what is this? Nature plus attack minus special defense? Is this mixed? Extreme Speed. This is an interesting team because, yeah, it's not a mixed Arcanine, so there's no reason to sacrifice special defense. Yeah, extreme. These are all physical. Regieleki is modest, and yeah, it's not. It is max speed. Why do I? Oh, because it's modest. And yeah, ancient power and endure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I don't really have much to. Oh, and Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl with leftovers. Just straight up bulky, reflect, fake out, Spirit Break, Scary Face. Yeah, I don't know really what to say about this, but I mean, it's always good to start with a win, and let's just keep riding that and move to the next game. All right, game number 2, and we are seeing a Hatterene with Indeedee, Tyranitar, with Torkoal and Glastrier. So this is a lot of different modes. My opponent has Double Weather with Trick Room, as well as Indeedee and Tyranitar. So I don't even know what a good lead is into this. Like I expect Torkoal. I could max Togekiss. Ensign Togekiss? Ensign Lando? Does that make sense? Lando to try and deal with that. The Indeedee makes it hard to want to bring Spectrier. I think Togekiss. Regieleki doesn't really do much. Urshifu. Do I just bring Urshifu for crits? Yeah, I don't feel good about the 4 that I brought. I don't know how do I even handle Venu Cole on this team. Yeah, I think that's one of the hard things, is that there's no like super clear answer to that, and I think Well, luckily my opponent is going to lead with um, Hatterene and Indeedee. So what I think here is I don't want to preemptively give up my max because I think it might make sense to try and preserve it as much as possible. Given what they have, I think I do want to I want to not max. I do want to preserve it. The double intimidate. So this is actually kind of reassuring because I think they might have Glastrier and Torkoal in the back, which means that Ensign is obviously really good into Torkoal, and then Ensign and Lando can intimidate onto Glastrier. So I'm gonna try and taunt onto the Hatterene, expecting a fake out, but I'm most likely going to get redirected and then going for a Rock Slide for the flinch. I think that's what? Because Landorus doesn't touch the ground. Oh wow, that's super cool. I really like that. So we do manage to get the fake out. I mean, not the fake out, the taunt onto their Hatterene, which is huge. I want to just. What do I have in the back? I have Togekiss and Urshifu. I mean, I want to just damage that Hatterene as much as possible and try and flinch it. My hope is to stop all the Trick Room. Yep, they're gonna max their Hatterene, which I think is a good play on their part. The question then is where do I go from here? Because now they can they can confuse me, and they can't be flinched with what is it called, with Rock Slide. So they're going to go for the follow me. Let's try and get Flare Blitz damage onto. We do connect. Yeah, we double connect with the Rock Slide, which is a little bit of chip onto the Hatterene, which is nice. And then let's see how much this Flare Blitz does. Yeah, Flare Blitz isn't doing that much. Yeah, this is max smite onto probably up into the Incineroar. Incin is gonna live, which is big. That's gonna proc the berry. Incin, yeah, I think. Oh, what? Wait, Gmax Smite makes both Pokemon confused? Okay, so I thought it was just the target. I think I think the play is to swap out into Togekiss and go for an Earthquake. And I just need to hope that I gotta hope that Landorus doesn't hit itself in confusion. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stall out the Hatterene, because if I can knock out Indeedee and keep the Hatterene taunted, I think that is going to be my best play. So let's see. Do we connect with this? No. Landorus hits itself in confusion. We do take we're going to take an Expanding Force plus the Smite, and I'm guessing the Smite's going to go into Lando. Oh, into Togekiss once again. Yeah, this is absurd that you have both. Oh, that's absurd to me that both Pokemon get the results of Fake Out. I think I need to bring out Urshifu. This is tricky. What is faster between Landorus and Urshifu? I want it because I want a Surging Strikes onto the Hatterene, and I want to go for Max Quake. I honestly just can't risk it. Do I go for the Max? I think I go for the Max Quake onto the Indeedee. Yeah, this Smite's hard because of the fact that it hits both your Pokemon. Oh, that's ridiculous. I think some of the Gmax moves are ridiculous in what they do, and I think Hatterene's is a perfect example of that. It confuses both targets, and the fact that you have the other, what is it, the like damage ones like colossal and all of them. I think that one's absurd as well. So yeah, I really would have liked Urshifu to have been able to hit into Hatterene, but I'm hoping to connect with. Please hit the Max Quake. Come on, Landorus. Ugh. Oh, nice. Okay, we do get the Max Quake, and I think with the boost to HP and the special defense, we should be able to live. We should be able to live a hit on Landorus. They're going to smite. I'm guessing they're smiting. Yep, into Urshifu. Oh, into Landorus. Landorus. Yes. Okay. Great. Landorus is now in a much better position to take these hits. Hatterene no longer has redirection with Indeedee, so I can try and prevent the Trick Room there. And I'm guessing, yeah, at this point, without Torkoal, Venusaur should be really slow, so they could either be bringing, I mean, they would have to either bring Venu Torkoal, but I'm guessing they have um, something else. And I think, yeah, I think I have to stay in with, okay, so they do bring a Torkoal. I think I do have to stay in with um, both Pokemon because I can't afford to have the confusion not knock out this Hatterene, because if that Torkoal sets up, I mean, if yeah, I can't afford to have Torkoal set up against me, and I think go for, I'm gonna double up into Hatterene with the idea that if one of them knocks out, that's like I can't, yeah, Trick Room would be, I think Trick Room would be detrimental, but this is also really scary in and of the fact that if I, let's see, I need Surging Strikes to connect. Yes. Okay, so I need Surging Strikes. Surging Strikes will knock out, and then if I can get the Max Quake into Torkoal, this should knock out, right? Oh no, are you not gonna knock out? Oh no, it's not gonna knock out. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, we do double connect. This is risky. I mean, this is unfortunate because now they are getting off a full HP eruption, but both of these are at +2, and I'm hoping that that means that I can live. Um, they're burning jealousy, and oh yeah, because I went for Max Quake. That was a very smart um, that was a very smart move on their part. So let's see. I think Landorus should guaranteed be able to hit the next turn. Okay, so they have Glastrier in the back. So what I'm thinking is to switch out Urshifu into Incin to get the attack drop, and then to max Rockfall into Glastrier with the idea that it'll change the weather. And then what I can do is I can have Urshifu. That'll let me fake out into Glastrier with Incin, and then I can knock out the the Torkoal with Urshifu, and then double up into the Glastrier. So, yep, okay, we're gonna snap out, perfect. Connect with the Rockfall onto Glastrier. That's going to do not that much as a result of the burn, but what's important is the weather is changing, and so that's gonna weaken Torkoal. Cool. Yep. Icicle Crash will finish off Incin, and now I just have. I mean, finish off Lando, and now I just have to hope that they went for not like Body Press. Oh, they could go for Earth Power. If they went for Earth Power, that's bad. They're gonna go for an Eruption. So Incin just needs to live. Incin lives, perfect. 25 down to 13, perfect. So that means that Incin can live another turn of Sandstorm. So we're gonna be able to bring out Urshifu. Surging Strikes is a KO each time, so I'm hoping that should be enough to knock out Torkoal. So we can fake out into the Glastrier, hopefully knock out the Torkoal this turn. So we're gonna go fake out here and then Surging Strikes into the Torkoal. Yeah, I feel like this should. And then yeah, I think the double up into Glastrier with Surging Strikes and Flare Blitz, on top of the fact that it's gonna take some damage from fake out and the sand. So let's see. We're gonna connect that. Yeah, there's no more terrain. Great. A little bit of chip. Let's see how much this does. It's going to... Oh, just kidding. Yikes. How is Surging Strikes that weak? Is Surging Strike... Does Burn not affect Surging Strikes? Urshifu... Okay, this is... This is tricky. Where is Torkoal now? Glastrier is under half. Torkoal is under half. So I think another Surging Strike should finish it off. So I'm gonna Flare Blitz into Glastrier, and I'm gonna go for another Surging Strikes into Torkoal. Let's see. So yep, Surging Strikes connects. Please, I mean I need this to pick up the knockout. I mean yeah, that definitely should. Yep, and then yep, last one will pick it up. And now is the question of, can Incineroar finish off Glastrier at this range? So Flare Blitz is going to do enough. Yep, okay, great. Wow, that one was definitely a very, very stressful game, especially given the fact that Urshifu just was doing honestly such way less damage than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm actually genuinely surprised it did so little. But I mean, that just, I'm interested, do they have their team available? I'm guessing it was AV Glastrier. Oh no, so we don't get to see their team. I'm gonna do some damage calcs, and then yeah, let's play like one or two more, see if we can hopefully we can get Spectrier into at least one game, because I do want to show off the full team, and then we can move on to something. So yeah, let's keep rocking and rolling and move straight to the next one. All right, battle number 3, and it is against Rillaboom, Dragovich, Oranguru, Hatterene, Politoed, and Incineroar. So I think this will finally... do I bring Spectrier? Spectrier is tempting. I think it could be a nice option in the back. I do really like Lando Incin lead. I think the fact that double Intimidate is huge is really nice into my opponent's team. What else? Urshifu Water, probably not, because of the fact that they have a Rillaboom and a Politoed, so that's not going to do much. Togekiss? Togekiss hits hard into Rillaboom and Dragovich, so that is a tempting option. I'm going to ring Spectrier because they do have Hatterene and Oranguru, so I think being able to hit into those is really crucial. And then what do I want for a last one? I'm going to go with Togekiss. I think the fact that it has the chance to get... Actually, no, what would have probably been smarter is Urshifu, because even though they do have the Rillaboom, if that Politoed has Perish Trap, or not Perish Trap, Perish Song, the fact that I can close combat through its protects is really huge. Okay, so they're going to lead with Hatterene and Oranguru. So what? Oranguru is probably going to try and instruct for allowing higher priority Trick Room. So I think the obvious play then is to fake out into Hatterene and then switch out Landorus into... Yeah, I think Spectrier is really good here. And the fact that I can fake out into Hatterene is nice, unless they could. I mean, they could max. They could max Hatterene. That is actually what. That's something I didn't consider. Oh, yeah. Right as I did the switch, they're maxing Hatterene and using Oranguru to give it higher speed so it can hit faster. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. So they're taking advantage of the fact that Oranguru cannot be flinched. And so I need to hope that Hatterene hit into... Oh, the ally switched. That's... They're gonna smite, so that's definitely going into... Oh, it's going to instant. I thought that was... Why did I think Max Smite was psychic type? I don't know why I thought it was psychic. This is... Smite is a pain, because now I can... Like, do I max and risk Shadow Ball? I think I'm gonna protect... no! Oh, Oranguru is normal? Okay, this really changes things up. I thought... Alright, I'm gonna max Quake. Yeah, like if I call the ally, I feel like the ally switch is so obvious. So I'm gonna predict the ally switch, because I think it makes so much sense, right? Like that ally switch means that you stop a max Phantasm from my Spectrier. Yeah, this is... Ally switch is so hard to play around, because of the fact that like it becomes a guessing game of, is this random person I met? Yeah, and I called it wrong because I was so worried about them doing it this time around that as a result Oranguru is now going to be able to set up a Trick Room. And yeah, because Oranguru now sets up Trick Room against me. We do get the special defense boost, but now once again it's... Yeah, there's a Trick Room. Now it's just another guessing game of, where do I think my opponent is going to go for a... What is it called? Do I think my opponent's going to go for an ally switch? And I think it's fine just to go for another Max Quake, and then I'm going to taunt into... Do I taunt into the Oranguru slot? This is hard. Oh, this is so hard. I'm going to close my eyes and just move my controller back and forth, and... Alright, we're taunting into this slot. I think I should have gone in the other slot. Yep, should have gone into the other slot. Oh, why did I decide to do that stupid game? They're going to get a Mindstorm into Spectrier. Spectrier is going to be able to take these hits pretty well. Spectrier, I actually did not realize had quite this much bulk, but we are at least going to be able to hopefully... Yeah, they're going to taunt, and that's going to magic bounce taunt back into me. Oh god, this is so... What? Oh, that was the animation. Yeah, and now I can't taunt it. Spectrier is going to hit itself in confusion. It was such an obvious ally switch. So now I'm going to... I don't know. I'm going to predict the ally switch, and I'm going to switch out Incin into Togekiss, because now I can at least just go for spread moves. They can't confuse Togekiss. I should have max Quaked to give Togekiss a little bit more bulk. Please ally switch. There, of course. I've been wrong every single time. They're going to instruct, so they're going to be able to get off a second Dazzling Gleam into... both of my things. They have, oh, yeah. Of course, I'm gonna get it wrong. And I think, yeah, at this point, they're gonna. I should have expected the instruct. I don't know what I can do because they do. Do they have psychic? They have psychic terrain too, so I can't even. Yeah, I think this battle is pretty much over at this point. There's no. There's nothing I can do. They're gonna be able to safely just go for um, instruct and dazzling gleam, and I can't even fake out because of the psychic terrain. Yeah, there's nothing I can do at this point. God, I hate ally switch. I honestly think ally switch is like the most toxic part of this game. Cause like now what? I bring in Incineroar. Incineroar can't do anything to Hatterene. I mean, what is nice is Instin's not even gonna outspeed. Yeah, I need to get what 3 turns of protect in a row to stall out their Trick Room with Togekiss. That's like my win con is to stall out, literally to stall out their um, Trick Room with protecting on Togekiss. But I have to take 2 Dazzling Gleams on Incineroar because none of my Pokemon have protect at this point, and I might. Oh, I actually, this is what. Okay, let's see how much this Flare Blitz does. Flare Blitz into Hatterene is gonna do. Oh, cause I already ate my berry. Oh, Twisted Dimensions return to normal. That's great. That's super great. I'm gonna hit here, and I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. I need to knock out something. I need to knock out this Oranguru. Hatterene goes down. Great. If I can knock out Oranguru, I think there's a chance. Flare Blitz. Let's see. Please knock it out. Flare Blitz will. Perfect. Flare Blitz is going to take out Oranguru. That's going to let me. Ensign lives on 1, which is actually a little bit tricky. Because I was hoping for the free switch to Landorus, but they do. Okay, so they do have Politoed and Dragovich. I think I want to protect the Togekiss to parting shot into Dragovich, and then what I'm hoping to do is that'll let me bring out Landorus. Yeah, if I can bring out Landorus, then I can switch Landorus back into Incineroar and lower Dragovich's HP enough. What's tricky now is, oh, good read. Good but obvious read. So now that's going to let Politoed go for, oh, they went for a Scald. That was such an obvious read on my opponent's part. Like, why would I not try and protect and switch out the Incin? But we do get Dragovich to -1, so they can only. I mean, yeah, they're probably gonna target into. I could Helping Hand. Do I think Dragovich? That's a question of where do I think Dragovich is going to target? Because if I call the Helping Hand wrong, I lose on the spot. I'm going to go with Helping Hand. I've gotten literally every single call wrong this game. But I think they have to be worried about, where's that going? That's going sweet. Okay. We got one call right. And now we're going to be able to get off a Helping Hand boosted Earthquake. Please knock out the Dragovich. It doesn't knock out the Dragovich. Polytoad's gonna trigger the berry. They're gonna get a Scald, and then Vicious Rend should be able to knock us out. Oh, and they have Ice Beam. Yeah, this is gonna be game. Yeah, because there's no way I can live Vicious Rend at this point. That was a little bit tricky, and I get it was a little bit frustrating. In all honesty, I mean, obviously my opponent did everything correctly, but ally switch is so frustrating, and the fact that it was just like, oh, it was a game of predicting who is going to switch and when made that unfortunate. But I mean, I did get to show off Spectrier, which was the goal, so I can't be too upset about that. Like it did what it needed to do. Yeah, let's see their team. Rillaboom, Grassy Glide, Fake Out, High Horsepower Knockoff, cool. They do have Choice Band. Choice Band on Dragovich? 127. How? Wait, what? What? They had no. How was 127 was faster than me? Yeah, it's Choice Band. Oh, wow. I did not realize that Landers was that slow. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That would have made a huge difference. Oranguru with room service, which is nice. Yeah, that's such a smart set. And then you get the Trick Room off. Trick Room, Ally Switch, Instruct, Expanding Force. Incin definitely is a good counter, I think, in general. But yeah, the fact that it had Ally Switch just made that much more frustrating. Hatterene is something cool. Definitely want to play around with Hatterene a lot more. Trick Room, Expanding Force, Dazzling Gleam, and Mystical Fire. Yeah, straightforward set there. Dazzling Gleam. We do see Polytoad was this. Yeah, it was Parasong. And then finally we have Incin wrapping. Oh, wow. Wait. This is Adamant Incin. Wow. That's Fake Out Snarl Low Kick. Interesting. Very cool, especially because Dynamax doesn't take into account speeds. I mean, not speeds, weights. So maybe my opponent is trying to target something that I just am not realizing off the top of my head. And then, yeah, we're back to Rillaboom. So, I mean, I think it was an unfortunate battle that we brought Spectrier into, but we did manage to bring it in, and yeah, I'm gonna try a different team tomorrow. There's one that I've been working on, and hopefully I can get that ready. If not, there's so many rental teams out there, and we can keep playing with those. But I think the team should, if I kick myself into gear, it should be ready by tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time, and until then, I hope all of you are wonderful.